Okay there, ladies and gentlemen, so as my intro said, on this farm we change what we do season to season. So now that we've moved our way out of summer and into autumn, we've been busy feeding out, heavy rolling, feeding heifers. We've obviously got rid of the heifers and now we've just got the calves on. But in between that, we've been doing fencing, maintenance on the property and maintenance on machinery, and been keeping ourselves busy that way. Now, today I'm going to be setting up the fences for kale paddocks and fodder beet paddocks and also oat paddocks for winter feeding. Now that is our next stage, of course, would be in the winter months of feeding cows on winter crops. So today I'm going to have you guys along and show you how we set up the winter feed paddocks. You gotta pay attention when you're on camera, alright? Right, so guys, I'm gonna just set up this trailer for what I'm about to go do next. Alright, so I'm gonna be setting up our kale paddocks for winter feeding. And so what we do here is slightly different, and we put a temporary fence up the middle of our kale paddocks. This is to make sure we're limiting what they're eating and also give a shorter break face. Now, of course, that break face will be smaller or shorter, but it will be a deeper break, if you can understand me there. Now, this enables us to move quickly when shifting break fences. Of course, we don't want to be shifting 3-meter long ones. We just want to be shifting 150-meter long ones. And typically the herds of cows that are on those paddocks will be ranging from about 250 to 350 head of cows. So I'm going to go load this trailer up and we'll head up the farm and I'll show you what I mean. Ladies and gentlemen, you are currently sitting on the front of the tractor. Now, we are in one of the kale paddocks that we want eaten off first. Now, this kale paddock, we will be pushing about, I think, 17 tons this year. Historically, we have got 20, but this year was the first year that we've run a cover crop in between the fodder beet and then the kale being planted. Of course, last season or last winter, this paddock was in fodder beet. Then, of course, in the spring, it was in oats, and now it's in kale. So we run that quick crop in between the two to catch all that nutrients. I believe they call it a cover crop or catchment crop because there's all that nutrients sitting in the topsoil, and we want to grab that before a big rain event pushes it all through and into the waterways, well, into the aquifer anyway. As you can see here, I've rolled up and down, making a bit of a 2-lane highway is what I call it. Now, This is so that I can put up a temporary fence. This will be up all winter, and so we can run brake fences from it and to it, basically. So we're putting this paddock in half, and we'll run the brakes that way, and so they're not full length, being, you know, 150 meters or 100 meters wide instead of 200 or 300 meters wide. So it makes it a lot more easier for us, a lot more efficient, and keeps us moving. So is what I'll be doing here is banging in one post here. There will be a tapeway go to the fence. Now there will be another post banged halfway, and historically from the last years of us putting crop in here, there's already one down there at the road. So no need to put one there, but I'll be straining the wire all the way through once I go back and get the quad, after doing the other paddocks of course too. Of course, when I say I'm putting the post in the middle of the paddock, I mean smack bang in the middle of the paddock. We use a GPS system to find out where to put that post in the middle of this lane. Looks pretty good to me. We tend to call it a rock spike because our topsoil has rocks in it, and we need to get them out of the way for the post, or else the post will break. Oh, that's... Of course, these posts that have got the strainers, eggs or insulators, and the tape gateway on it already are set from last year. So all we do is just pack them up and sit them away on their own so that everything is there ready to go for the next year effectively. Guys, if you have any queries about hydraulic componentry or anything like that on tractors when running post drivers, don't be afraid to come and ask us, because Dad and I, we really know what we're talking about, and what I'm about to show you will just blow your mind at how good we are. Because the post driver needs a live feed of oil, so when the engine's running and you want that post driver to run, it's got to have oil pumping through it all the time. And to obtain that, we had to really think quite hard on how to modify this tractor. This is what we came up with. And they call us farmers, eh?